Hi everyone, I'm Dylan from Perfy, and in this video we're going to talk about your pages that have either no content or very little content. And usually on the internet, more content is better. That's for the humans on your site and for Google, who likes to see that you're showing people new things when they change pages on your site. Just one thing to be clear, we're not actually checking if it's unique versus the rest of the internet. We're not scraping the entire internet and comparing your pages. This is if you have unique content on your pages versus all the other pages on your site. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Why is no or little unique content bad? And just to be clear, our Perfy cards that check here, we have either no unique content, we have under 100 words or under 250 words. And I thought it just made sense to go over all those together instead of making separate videos. Why is it bad? Well, it's boring. That's pretty obvious. Humans love learning new things. Every time we learn something new, it releases dopamine in our brain. That's why we love scrolling on social media. There's a great book called Hooked that kind of talks about this. It's also why it's a bad reason to have no unique content. It's kind of scary for Google. So Google actually, you might notice, have heard about the Google update. So every update, they target different kind of sites that they actually don't think are good for the internet. And so a lot of times they pick on sites with thin content. Make sure if you write your own unique content and it's unique to other pages that you have, it'll be unique for everyone. And last thing, if you don't have much unique content, then it's difficult for users and Google to kind of figure out what makes this page different than another page, right? And so if you're not using canonicals correctly or well, it's difficult for Google to know which page to rank. So basically you can be splitting page rank signals if you don't do things correctly. So let's go ahead and with that in mind, get on what to do about it. So if you have, for these pages that came up in the search, you can do a couple things. First thing, do you want Google to see this page at all, right? If you don't, then if the answer is no, just use no index with your robot.txt file, right? But if you do want them to see it, you say, okay, is it the primary page for this topic, or is it something you want them to see because they might get views and shares, but you really want the Google traffic, organic traffic, to go to your primary page? So if that's the case, you might not need to add it. If it's not the primary page, you don't need to add any new content, maybe, as long as you think it's interesting enough for viewers. Point it on to the, just go ahead and point it to the primary page with canonicals. And that's that what we just said there. And do you want to rank or be more interesting? Well, in that case, if you do, then it's time to sharpen your pencils and actually write some content. And I do want to mention, for web pages that have they're super picture heavy, you might not need that much content, right? Maybe 100 words. If you have some captions on there and it's for pictures, that might be enough, right? So obviously there's no hard and fast rule. You kind of go ask yourself these questions and figure out what is the best for your web page. All right. So now we know, okay, we've found pages. We need to add more unique content. What are we doing? Well, first thing we want to do, you could either go deep. So you have some content there. You can go really in the weeds and in detail on your topic for this page. So that might be something you do. Another thing you can do is go broad, which means you kind of talk about related topics or how your content fits in with the broader scheme of things. And we have actually a keyword tool, which kind of might help you think about different kind of subtopics or related topics if you want to go a little bit broader. And one last thing to remember, always write for humans and not computers. So I think there's a tendency to kind of look at keywords, and I just mentioned the keyword tool, but try to hit all these keywords, and that's the key. Google is honestly really trending towards user experience, and another kind of key rule is the best content wins. So you can't really trick the system. Maybe you could have before a lot of the Google updates, but they're smarter. They're smarter than that now. You can't outsmart the computer. The best thing you can do is actually just try to have the best user experience, and they are looking at all the user feedback signals, bounce rates and page times and all this good stuff. And so they'll figure it out. So just try to write for humans. And so when we talk about keyword tools and other content tools we might have, we really just mean we're giving you ideas to think about to write better content for humans, not stuff to go keyword stuff with. So with that said, I hope that helps writing more content, and maybe let's go now real quickly and look at a couple tools that we do have on Perfy that might help out. So this is our keyword ideas tool in the content section. And let's say you had a page on organic gardening. I literally just made that up. So if you do that, it gets results, and you can choose the country you want to do it in. We'll go and find things that maybe you should think about. So you have, gardening at home. Maybe I could mention that. Maybe I could talk about supplies, maybe resources. So, just an idea if you want to kind of think about breadth for your topic. And also, this is the tool I love, is TextStats tool. It gives you readability in real time. I think readability is super important for conversion and sales. We talk about it tons in our other videos. I mean, I'm not the only person who thinks this, by the way. A lot of people say that as well. But let's say you were doing this. So we love organic gardening here at organic at our page. We want to talk, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You can see it gives you a reading ease right here, which is 81. We always target above 70 to 80, and you have estimated grade level as well. It gives you word count. So if you're looking for 250 words, it's kind of all right there, and then it has some other metrics as well. So anyway, just a tool that I find super helpful, as it gives you kind of a real-time reading ease as you write. So anyway, those are a couple tools that might help with adding content. Keep on the lookout. We have a couple more cool ones in the pipeline as well. And with that, we wish everyone luck adding more content to your pages if you think that's the right thing to do. All right. Hope all is well, and we'll see you on another Perfy video sometime soon.